Hi, I'm Elokene Otiede, and I am a software engineer as well as a female tech enthusiast. In this video, I'll be presenting a project, and it's titled Domins Recipe App. Domins Recipe App is a Ruby on Rails project that I have developed to help users track all of their recipes, their ingredients, and inventory. So it allows users to save the ingredients, keep track of what they have, that is the ingredients they have, create recipes, and then generate shopping lists based on the ingredients they have and what is required for the recipe that they have created. So I will be walking us through this application called Domins Recipe App. All right, so here it is, fresh, clean, right? So in the home page, it is where we are at. It is expected that we find, or it is expected that it displays different recipes created by different users. So that means this is a page that is accessible to both users that are logged in and users that are public, that is, are not logged in. So we'll start by signing up, that is creating a user. And I'm just going to fill my name there. And for email, I'm just going to do this. Okay. And then add the password and click. I think that's all. And sign up. Okay, so welcome, you have signed up successfully. So now on signing up, I'm reverted back to my home page. Okay, so the next thing I want to walk us through is adding ingredients, and you can do that from the foods page here. And when you click on foods, you can click on the add new food button, that is an ingredient, right? And let's walk that through. So I'm going to say apple, and the measurements in grams. The price is like per one. Okay, the price is, okay, let's say $5, and the quantity for what is one. Yeah, and add food. So it redirects us back to the food or ingredients page, and there it lists these ingredients that has been added, or that I have just added here. So we have apple, we have 1 gram, so we have $5 for 1 gram, and then also the deletes here. Okay, so I'm going to add another ingredient, just a couple of them. I'm going to add Gary again and make this two in for one or for four, and add again. And then I'm just going to test the delete button here, right? Okay, so that's it. Food item successfully deleted. Okay, so that when if a user no longer wants that ingredient on their food list, then they can just use the delete button. So quickly again, I'm going to add more food items because it's necessary when we are adding recipes to also have some food items or ingredients to add to the recipe. Okay, and one more last food. Just permit me here, orange in 7, in quantity 4, and add food. Okay, so the food here also means ingredients. So yeah. Okay, so now we've added the ingredients that we have in stock, right? So let us add recipes that we want to cook, recipes that we want on our recipe archive. And then when we do that, we're going to add some of these ingredients that we need, right? So just for example, you want to plan out your recipes for the month, and you also would need a list of all the ingredients you need for the month, right? So this is the ingredient you need. These are the ingredients you need for the month, and then let's create the recipes. So here on the recipes page, we have a button that says add new recipe because it's fresh. There is no recipe, and so we'll just add a new recipe. So I'm just going to call this just anything photo or no. Let me call this smoothie. Okay, that's it. Let's work with that for now. 1 hour cooking time, 2 hours. Description, a nice meal. And then here is an option to either make this recipe public or not. So a public recipe is a recipe that every other person, like every other public user, can view on the homepage, right? And a non-public recipe is a recipe that only the user who created this recipe can view. So I'm going to make this public and click add recipe. Okay, so I have smoothie, a nice meal, delete. So, well, the nice meal is just a placeholder. It's meant to be like a description, like a real description of this recipe. Now, I can also view this recipe's details, right, by clicking the title there, like smoothie, and there I can see like this is the dashboard now of the recipe. If I want to make any edits, and see more on it, you can see the preparation time which we added 1 hour, the cooking time 2 hours, the description, a nice meal. You can see there's a lot of space here, so it's meant to write. I'm meant to write more on the details of this recipe, and I can also change this from I can toggle this from public to private and private to public and just click save, right? Okay, so that's it if I want to update the public status of this recipe. And then again, I can also add ingredients to this recipe. So this is the dashboard for the recipe, and I can add, so it gives me the list of all the ingredients I have currently. And remember, I added Gary, I added orange, and I added apple. So I'm going to add apple, and the quantity of apple that I need, I'm going to say 10 and add that. And okay, so it says here apple 10. And then on the foods right here on the food list where I add apple, I said $3 for 2 gram, right? Right. So what it did was it already knows the price. It calculated the unit price with the quantity I specified as required for that recipe. So if I head back to recipes and I click smoothie, right, and then come here, you can see it is 3 times 10. That is the quantity, and it gives me that's $3 times 10 and gives me $30. So I get to know, okay, so this is the value and this is the quantity based on the price that are included in the ingredients page there. And I can also edit and I can also delete. Editing allows us to edit the quantity and also edit the food itself. So we can test that out as well. Okay, so okay, just edit the quantity and then update the food. So when we do that, it updates. So now it's 15. So it's like $3 times 15, and it gives me 45, right? So lastly, we could add a final ingredient in just orange, and I'm going to say 8 of them and add, and that will be it. Okay, so it does the calculation and that's it. So currently we are looking at the smoothie recipe, and we can toggle between public and private. We can add ingredients. Now let's do the final thing here, which is to generate a shopping list for all the recipes that we need. Like I said, you add all the recipes you want for the month after adding all the ingredients. that you're willing to get for the month. Here you add the recipes, and then you want to generate a shopping list. Now every time you click generate a shopping list, is going to generate a shopping list for all the recipes added for the month. So when you add a new recipe and you add a new ingredient to that recipe, it's going to generate totally like a new list, including that additional ingredients you attached or added or included into that recipe. And so let's do that. So when you click generate, okay, so this is the general shopping list. So here the user can see, right, that okay, I need apple of this quantity. This is the total value. I need orange of this quantity of this total value. So this is the total food to buy to, and total value is $101. Okay, so that's it. And finally, I want to show you the homepage again. So the homepage, like I said, is like the public page for everyone, and you can see the smoothie there, right? Okay, is there the total food items? It tells the public user the total food items in this particular recipe, and again, it tells the public user the creator of this recipe. You can see my name there, and when the public user, whether signed in or not, clicks on this recipe from the public recipe view, there is no option to toggle between public and make public and make private. You just have your details and the ingredients added. You cannot add ingredients, you cannot generate shopping list, you cannot delete. It just gives you the information that you need. So for public users, they can come explore different recipes, check out the ingredients needed, and that could serve them well. But for administrative users who want to not only view other people's recipe, but use this product for themselves to help keep inventory of what they want for the month, right? They need to sign in, create an account, sign in, create their recipes, add their ingredients, you have their shopping list, and then it works. It's becomes very beneficial to them. So it's a two-way application for public users who just want to explore different recipes and use that to make something good for them in the kitchen, right? Make a good meal for them. And also for people who want to plan out their recipes for the month or for the year as well. So I might not really have done justice to looking into everything, right? But I have actually walked you through 90% of this application, and it's open to use using the link below as well. So the user can also sign out or log out. And if I should do that, right, I would only have access to the public recipes, and you can see only have access to public recipes. And if I should click recipes button, it will require that I log in, right? So you can see, and if I should sign up as another user and create a recipe, that recipe would be accessible here by the name of that user, and I can also see the number of ingredients and the total prices involved. And when I click as well, I'll be able to see details on that recipe. Though I cannot make any updates, it's a read only page for benefits of being inspired by the recipes description and the ingredients, and that's all. So that's all with Domins recipes. Again, I worked on this project using Ruby on Rails. I enjoyed every process of it, and of course I'll see you again in my next projects. Thank you.